External Affairs Minister S. J&K conveys to his Chinese counterpart that action on Article 370 is purely an internal matter of India and has no implication for India's external boundaries and LAC with China and LOC with Pakistan. Eid celebrated peacefully in all parts of Jammu and Kashmir. In Srinagar, people gathered in large numbers at local mosques to offer prayers and greet each other. Jama Masjid in Old Town Baramulla witnessed more than 10,000 people offering prayers. Jammu and Kashmir administration exposes fake Twitter handle from outside the state which spread fake news about law and order situation, says legal action will be initiated. Also asserts barring few minor incidents, Eid celebrations have been peaceful. NSA Ajit Doval interacts with CRPF and J&K Police personnel deputed for maintaining peace and order in Srinagar, lauds their commitment and hard work. Relief and rescue operations intensify in affected areas of Maharashtra, Kerala and Karnataka and Gujarat. Water recedes in Maharashtra's flood-hit Kolhapur district and the Mumbai-Bengaluru National Highway. Man vs. Wild program on Discovery Channel featuring Prime Minister Modi becomes instant hit. Man vs. Wild trending on top in India and number 2 worldwide. Modi on Discovery trends number 2 in India. Hello and welcome to this edition of the news. I'm Rukma in our top story. India has told China that the developments pertaining to legislation passed recently by Parliament on Jammu and Kashmir is an internal matter for India. During a meeting with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Beijing, S. J&K said that the issue related to changes in a temporary provision of the Constitution of India and was the sole prerogative of the country. This was brought up by the Chinese foreign minister during talks. S. J&K said that legislative measures were aimed at promoting better governance and socio-economic development, and there was no implication for either the external boundaries of India or the line of actual control with China. Adding that India was not raising any additional territorial claims, the External Affairs Minister said that Chinese concerns in this regard were misplaced. He also conveyed that so far as the India-China boundary question was concerned, the two sides had agreed to a fair, reasonable and mutually acceptable settlement of the boundary question on the basis of the 2005 political parameters and guiding principles. The Chinese foreign minister also referred to rising tensions between India and Pakistan as a result of these changes. S. J&K emphasized that these changes had no bearing on Pakistan as it was an internal matter. It did not impact the LOC. He said that where India-Pakistan relations are concerned, the Chinese side should base its assessment on realities. He underlined that India, as a responsible power, had shown restraint in the face of provocative Pakistani rhetoric and actions. He said India has always stood for normalization of ties in an atmosphere free of terror. The External Affairs Minister said that the future of India-China ties will obviously depend on mutual sensitivity to each other's core concerns. He said that it is natural, both as neighbors and large developing economies, that there would be issues in ties of the two nations, and properly managing differences is therefore vital. He added that as agreed by the leaders in Astana, differences should not become disputes, and that is how India-China relations can remain a factor of stability in an uncertain world. The External Affairs Minister said the positive direction of ties after the Wuhan summit had opened up a world of new convergences. And Abhishek Jha now joins us with more on this story. Abhishek, what are the implications of the meet and all that transpired between the two leaders?
Clearly, when this whole thing on Kashmir has happened, Pakistan has tried to play and to make this an international issue, to involve other parties of the regional importance into this affair. However, India has always maintained that this whole issue was totally it's part of its constitutional amendments, and it has all prerogatives to do that. And once again, when our external affairs minister is meeting his Chinese counterpart, setting the discourse right was one important thing that he tried to do, and he has clearly said that India did it in Kashmir with an intention of more development and more prosperity to that region, and something that needed to be done to have more to have a better prospect and better prosperity for the state and for its people. And also it has the second thing that as Jaishankar has clearly said that both India and China do have some issues with the landmark, but as a mature neighbors and a powerful regional players, both of them understand the importance of talking it out and understanding each other's points of view in a long-term strategic way. So that is one thing very clear, that India and China have been continuously in dialogue for the matter of resolving all outstanding issues as long as these boundary issues are concerned. And both the nations have been progressing very well and very steadily on that issue, and that has been once again reiterated in this visit of External Affairs Minister in China.
Right. Meanwhile, China expressing concern over India-Pakistan ties, even as India has made it very clear that if there are any talks to be held, they will only be on a bilateral basis with Pakistan. Whether it is Kashmir, India has already stated, is an internal matter. But if there are needed to be any talks, they will be only with Pakistan. What would you say are China's concerns in this matter?
Initially, it was said that China is also not very eagerly accepting this whole issue on Kashmir, and there was talk about India and Pakistan and the rising tension on this, and then global players have said that the country should not try to escalate the tension. But India has always maintained that Pakistan has been a nation which has been continuously provocating Indian side, be it militarily, be it politically, or be it through malaise and continuously bad and anti-India sentiment on social media as well. So this time, Indian government has clearly said that Chinese side should also understand the realities through which India and Pakistan's bilateral ties have been governed, and any talk could happen only in a sphere free of terror. So this terror and talk cannot go together. Is a continuous stand of India, and once again it has been reiterated in this visit of EM.
Right. Thank you very much, Abhishek, for joining us there and for those inputs. And I'm moving on. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar also attended the second meeting of the high-level mechanism on cultural and people-to-people exchanges in Beijing. During detailed discussions between Indian and Chinese foreign ministers, the two leaders discussed the full gamut of issues relating to the international situation, regional aspects and the bilateral ties, including the visit of President Xi Jinping to India for the second informal summit later this year and celebrating the 70th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations next year. The External Affairs Minister noted that since the Wuhan informal summit, there had been progress in the overall relationship. The two countries agreed that maintenance of peace and tranquility in border areas was essential for smooth development of their relations. The economic relationship had seen some progress, but the increasing trade deficit was a matter of concern. It was emphasized that the Chinese side should take steps to address this issue, including by enabling greater access for our pharmaceutical and IT products and services in the domestic Chinese market.
Foreign Minister Wang Yi and I have just now co-chaired the second meeting of the high-level mechanism on cultural and people-to-people exchanges. The high-level mechanism was an outcome of the consensus reached between Prime Minister Modi and President Xi during their informal summit. It reflected our shared agreement that enhancing and strengthening cultural and people-to-people exchanges would contribute to overall development of our bilateral relations. In our discussions today, Mr. Wangi and I reviewed the progress made since the last meeting. We also discussed some new proposals and ideas to promote such exchanges. As a result, we have also agreed to organize 100 activities to further strengthen our people-to-people ties.
S. Jaishankar also had a meeting with Vice President Wang Qishan, where he discussed the evolving global situation and the larger rebalancing that reflected the rise of India and China as two large developing countries. Moving on, Eid was celebrated peacefully and with great enthusiasm in all parts of Jammu and Kashmir, with thousands offering special prayers. Prayers began at 7 a.m. at most mosques and continued till noon in some places. Movement of people was facilitated by the administration as necessary. People, including women in large numbers, offered special namaz with religious fervour and enthusiasm at mosques in Anantnag, Baramulla, Budgam, Bandipora, Jama Masjid, Old Town. In Old Town, Baramulla witnessed around 10,000 people offering prayers. Union Home Minister Amit Shah also greeted the nation on the occasion of Eid al-Adha. In a tweet, he said, "May everyone be blessed with joy, peace and happiness." In Srinagar, keeping in view the possibility of terrorists, militants and mischievous elements trying to disturb public order and peace, necessary arrangements were made by the administration. And in Jammu too, Eid was celebrated with great enthusiasm and religious fervour. People thronged nearby mosques and offered special prayers. Restrictions imposed in Jammu and Kashmir last week were eased from Saturday onwards in a calibrated manner, balancing the requirements of facilitating the public and preventing mischievous elements from creating trouble. Restrictions were completely lifted in 5 districts of Jammu and limited to the night in 5 districts of Jammu. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval interacted with Jammu and Kashmir Police and CRPF personnel in the state who are working for 16 to 17 hours a day. The NSA appreciated their commitment and spirit and lauded their hard work. He also complimented the excellent cooperation between Jammu and Kashmir Police, CRPF, Army, BSF and all security agencies in maintaining peace and normalcy in the state. Jammu and Kashmir Principal Secretary Planning Rohit Kansal has categorically denied reports in the media about firing by security agencies. Addressing media in Srinagar, Kansal said that the police carried out a detailed briefing on such reports. He reiterated that no firing incident has taken place in Jammu and Kashmir and said that not a single bullet has been fired by the security agencies, nor has there been any casualty. He said that Eid celebrations have been peaceful across the state. Jammu and Kashmir Police say that some Twitter handles have been identified which are being operated from outside the state and spreading rumors. He said that action is being taken against these handles.
And you're also aware on Saturday and Sunday there were large relaxations. A number of shops were open on Saturday. On Sunday the number of shops open increased to over 70%, facilitating people to do their Eid shopping. The district and divisional administration carried out a number of activities, including interacting with Maulavis, interacting with people, facilitating the sale of sacrificial animals, organizing mandis, and as a result, we have had an extremely peaceful and relaxed Eid today.
On the social media platform is being done, and that has been strongly refuted. And we also request citizens not to pay attention to any such kind of malicious campaign which is being done, which is being carried out by mischievous people. We have strongly denied this, and we have also taken up the matter with the service provider to take legal action as per the law.
And the Jammu and Kashmir administration is facilitating communication while people in Kashmir division can contact their relatives and children outside the state through 300 public points at convenient locations. The Srinagar-based CRPF helpline 14411 has been reactivated to enable two-way communication by Kashmiri students and the general public. Meanwhile, the union government has stressed that as far as restrictions and some precautionary measures are concerned, over the last 2 to 3 decades, this has been a standard practice on festivals and important occasions like Independence Day.
While the city of Srinagar and other parts of Jammu and Kashmir were celebrating Eid, security forces were maintaining tight vigil to ensure that peace and order prevails. Reasonable restrictions were imposed on large gatherings in sensitive areas. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, in an exclusive interview to DD News, said that as far as restrictions and some precautionary measures are concerned, over the last 20 to 30 years, this has been a standard practice. He further said that restrictions are imposed as a precautionary measure, keeping in mind the fact that Pakistan is up to some mischief.
Restrictions या जो precautionary measures हर बरस सुरक्षा एजेंसियों की ओर से लागू किए जाते हैं, वो स्वाभाविक है, इसलिए कि ऐसे समय पे पाकिस्तान किसी न किसी शरारत पर आमदा रहता है। उसके बावजूद भी ये त्यौहार बड़े ही संतोषजनक ढंग से मनाया गया, ये सबसे बड़ी हमारे लिए तसल्ली की बात है।
Further, the BJP came down heavily on comments made by some Congress leaders regarding abrogation of Article 370.
जो चिंता का विषय ये है और देश की जनता को ये फैसला करना है कि जो लोग अपनी राजनीतिक रोटियां सेकने के लिए इस प्रकार की बातें करते हैं, जो एक रेफरेंस पॉइंट बन जाए इस्लामाबाद की सरकार के लिए अपनी बयानबाजी के लिए, वो चिंता का विषय है। और इस प्रकार के नेता जो अपने आप को भावी प्रधानमंत्री समझते हैं, यदि वो इस प्रकार की बयानबाजी करते हैं तो देश को ये फैसला करना है कि क्या वो जिस प्रकार से अपने आप को प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं उस प्रकार के सम्मान और स्थान के काबिल हैं भी कि नहीं।
ये देश हित में लिया गया फैसला है, क्योंकि 370 की आड़ में वहां के मुसलमानों के साथ भी नाइंसाफी होती थी। गुज्जर, बकरवाल, वहां के आदिवासी ट्राइबल्स, उनको कोई रिजर्वेशन का लाभ नहीं मिलता।
ये तुष्टीकरण की मानसिकता कांग्रेस की नहीं गई है, जो अब सिमट करके अंगुलियों के टिप्स पर राज्यों में बच गए। चिदंबरम की भाषा तुष्टीकरण की भाषा है। मोदी जी की पहल, अमित शाह की पहल देश हित के लिए है।
Further, Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Prakash Javadekar reiterated that people of Jammu and Kashmir have welcomed the scrapping of special status and there is absolute peace in both the regions.
ये जम्मू कश्मीर के आम नागरिक को न्याय देने के लिए, उनके अधिकार उनको देने के लिए ये ऐतिहासिक बिल पास हुआ और उसी दिन से ये सारे अधिकार वहाँ लागू हो गए। ये बहुत बड़ा परिवर्तन है और जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग इसका स्वागत कर रहे हैं। आज बकरी ईद है, वहाँ हम यहाँ भी सबको शुभकामना देते हैं और उत्साह से, और लोग बहुत अच्छे तादाद में उसको पूरा सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, in Jammu and Kashmir, restrictions on connectivity continued as a result of security requirements. However, people are being facilitated to contact their relatives and children outside Jammu and Kashmir through widespread deployment of helplines at convenient locations. Over 5,000 calls were made in one day in Srinagar alone. Over 300 public points for phone connectivity are functional across Kashmir. The Srinagar-based CRPF helpline 14411 has been reactivated to help those who require help for their families or are in distress. CRPF tweeted that help can be sought over its official handle at CRPF Madadgar also. The centre, meanwhile, has strongly refuted some reports in media about firing by security forces and deaths or injuries. It has strongly and categorically denied that any firing incident has happened in the state. The government has also reiterated that not a single bullet has been fired by security forces, nor there has been any casualties. Police said that the Twitter handle being operated from outside the valley is spreading rumors and action is being taken.
There are also media reports of firing by some security forces. We again strongly deny, and I reiterate the statement made by my colleague that no such incident has taken place, and we have already given a rebuttal on that. Also, we see some malicious campaign by on the social media platform is being done, and that has been strongly refuted. And we also request citizens not to pay attention to any such kind of malicious campaign which is being done, which is being carried out by mischievous people. We have strongly denied this, and we have also taken up the matter with the service provider to take legal action as per the law.
The government is committed to maintaining peace and public order, and people have been most cooperative. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval undertook an aerial survey of Srinagar and South Kashmir areas to take stock of the security situation. State Police Chief Dilbag Singh and army commanders also undertook separate aerial visits of various parts of the Kashmir Valley to ensure peace and calm prevails in the entire region. With inputs from Ashok Srivastav and Mark Lin in Srinagar, Ashwini Mishra in Jammu, DD News.
And several parts of India continue to reel under floods. Heavy showers lashed Uttarakhand and Jammu as well, even as rescue and relief operations continued in the flooded states of Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Gujarat. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi remembered the father of India's space program, Vikram Sarabhai, on his 100th birth centenary. Dr. Sarabhai was a stalwart of Indian science, said President Kovind in his tweet. The President said Dr. Sarabhai built several institutions, mentored and inspired generations of scientists. We cherish his services and his legacy, he added. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu in a tweet said Dr. Sarabhai founded ISRO and several important scientific institutions in India. The nation will always remember his contributions to the advancement of science, he maintained, adding that eminent scientists pioneered India's scientific quest for improving lives of people. The centenary celebration of the birth anniversary of the founding father of ISRO, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, kicked off in Ahmedabad on Monday in the presence of dignitaries from ISRO, Department of Space, Department of Atomic Energy and members of the Sarabhai family. During the inaugural program, an album on the life story of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, a coffee table book on ISRO and commemorative coin from Department of Atomic Energy were released. Space on Wheels, an exhibition inside a bus, was also inaugurated on the occasion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the gathering through a video message. PM Modi said that it will be a tribute to Dr. Sarabhai from crores of Indians in the true sense when Vikram lander lands on the moon. He also said that Vikram Sarabhai's ideology leads India to become a powerful country in the field of science and technology.
जब विक्रम लैंडर चंद्रमा की सतह पर उतरेगा तो ये 130 करोड़ देशवासियों की तरफ से डॉक्टर साराभाई को एक विशेष श्रद्धांजलि होगी। वे कहते थे कि अगर देश और दुनिया में हमें अपनी सार्थक भूमिका निभानी है तो जनता की, समाज की हर समस्या के समाधान के लिए आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी के उपयोग में हम किसी से पीछे न रहें। उनके इसी विजन ने आज भारत को साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में बड़ी ताकत बनाने में अहम भूमिका निभाई है।
The PM said Vikram Sarabhai gave a new dimension to science with his skills and leadership ability, while adding that Dr. Sarabhai has left a legacy for us and it is our responsibility to take this legacy to the people.
कल्पना कीजिए कि डॉक्टर होमी भाभा के निधन से देश के विज्ञान जगत में जो खालीपन आ गया था उसको भरना कितना मुश्किल रहा होगा। डॉक्टर साराभाई ने उस वॉइड को तो भरा ही अपनी कुशलता से, अपनी नेतृत्व क्षमता से हमारे परमाणु और अंतरिक्ष कार्यक्रमों को नया आयाम दिया। एक बहुत बड़ी विरासत छोड़ करके गए हैं। ये हम सभी का दायित्व है कि इस विरासत को जन जन तक पहुंचाएं।
Speaking to media on the sidelines of the function, ISRO Chairman K. Shivan appealed to students to come up and develop science and technology in the country so that India can become the #1 country in this field in the world.
Young generation has to come up. Now the problem on hand is very huge, and to solve all the problems, the only way, the best way is to develop science and technology. This can be achieved only by the youngsters who are now budding scientists. They should come up and they should develop the science and technology. That way we will develop India, and our aim should be to make India #1 country in the world. That should be our target, and I am sure that with this young India, we will be able to achieve this very soon.
Man vs. Wildlife, released on Monday, took social media by storm. The episode was telecast on Discovery Network. Hashtag Man vs. Wild has been trending in social media in India on top, while it is #2 worldwide. Hashtag Modi on Discovery is trending at #2 in India. Prasar Bharati Chairman A. Surya Prakash tweeted, "First of its kind by an Indian Prime Minister, great effort by PM Modi to send out the message for conservation."
An ace adventurer who redefines the rules of survival unites with the leader of the world's largest democracy.
Welcome to India.
Watch this dynamic duo.
मैं आपके लिए इसको मेरे पास रखूंगा.
On an epic adventure of a lifetime.
You are the most important man in India. My job is to keep you alive.
And with that, we wind up this edition of the news. News and updates continue on DD News and DD India. Stay tuned. Namaskar.